Welcome, fancy seeing you here. I'm just kidding, I know why you're here. You want to learn how to make the best social story of your life. Well, you've come to the right place. So stick around for a few minutes while I show you how to create a quick social story from beginning to end, and we can explore some of the really cool things that you can do within Ella. Say you're an educator who's working with a neurodivergent student who struggles with unexpected changes like a fire drill. You know there's one coming up next week, and you want to prepare them as best as you can so that they feel calm and ready for when it happens. So let's jump into Ella and start making our social story. Once we've signed into our accounts, the first thing we'll want to do is make sure we've selected the correct profile. So today we'll select Henry and then just type in our topic or challenge, which is helping him prepare for a fire drill at school next week. When we press submit, Ella's generative AI takes just a few seconds to generate resources in the form of a social story, visual schedule, and picture cards. So here you'll notice a few different story suggestions, each approaching the topic from a slightly different angle. We can click into each option, review the draft outline, and decide which story best meets our needs. And once we've chosen one, we can modify the outline before moving on. Now, in the outline, we can tweak, add, or delete anything we want, giving us full flexibility and control over the narrative. For example, if we don't want the last bullet point in this draft outline, we can just simply delete it. And once we're happy with it, we move on to choosing characters. This is one of Ella's most unique features, so as long as profiles have been created, we have full control over who appears in the visuals. So today, for Henry's story, we'll add his teacher, Miss Jessica, and his classmate, Sadie. After choosing our characters, we'll click Next, and from here we can select one of 12 different art styles, another level of flexibility to help us get exactly what we want. Ella takes about 1 to 2 minutes to generate the story, so this is a great time to grab a glass of water, and by the time we're back, the social story is ready for viewing and editing. Once it's ready, just click on the resource to open it and scroll through the slides. So as we review them, just notice the consistency in the characters and how each point from the draft outline has been included. If we happen to change our minds and decide to add back a topic we previously removed, it's easy to do. We just click on the ellipsis button and select Add Topic to include another visual at any time. All we do is type in the new topic and press Add. While that generates, we can explore some of the other features that make these stories truly our own. Clicking the pencil icon at the top of the page takes us to the editing view, where we can tweak, modify, or change anything within any image. So we'll start by selecting an image and clicking Modify. One option is Tweak Image, which lets us draw a shape around a specific object and change just that detail. For example, if we want Henry's backpack to match his real life one, which is red, we can outline it and describe the change. It's a small detail, but this level of customization is what makes Ella so powerful. Like so. If there's something we want to remove entirely, like a flag that doesn't exist at Henry's school, we can go back to Modify, select Erase Area, draw a shape around that object, and then press Erase. And in just a few seconds, the flag will be gone. There we go. Now let's say we want our story to start in a different setting, such as inside the classroom. We can choose Reimagine Image. Here, the more detail we provide in the prompt, the better the result. So always try to be as specific as possible. If we're happy with that, all we do is just press Keep. Another standout feature is the ability to swap characters without changing the story itself. For example, if Sadie is away on the day of the fire drill and Henry's classmate Johnny will be there instead, we can simply go to Modify, select Swap Character, and choose Johnny's profile. With one click, Johnny replaces Sadie throughout the story. On the left-hand side, we can see that every image that previously included Sadie has now been seamlessly updated to include Johnny. Now, once our visuals are set, we can turn our attention to the text. In addition to Ella's suggested prompts, we can ask Ella to rewrite the story in virtually any style or voice depending on what works best for the student. For example, we could rewrite the story in a pirate voice, just flip through a couple of those slides to show you. Shiver me timber. Or if we wanted to, say, switch to a superhero voice, the power is in your hands to write the story in any sort of voice that helps with engagement. We can also easily simplify the text. We can expand it, shorten it again, add nuance, or include emojis. And if we ever want to return to a previous version, we can just click the arrow button in the bottom right corner to go back. Now, another cool feature that Ella offers is the translation feature. With one click of a button, you can change the entire social story to any other language. We'll change this one to Finnish to show you. Same story, different language. No need for Google Translate or any other external tools. Now that our story looks right, let's look at how we can use it. One option is the read aloud feature. By pressing play at the bottom right of the page, Ella actually reads the story aloud.
My school has fire drills to keep everyone safe.
We can also save the story as a PDF or print a physical copy. Ella gives us flexibility in layout and orientation so we can choose what works best. And once printed, the pages can be laminated, bound into a book, or turned into individual cards. So we're just going to take a look at what those look like. We'll open up the horizontal version first, and then the vertical. Finally, sharing resources with families and support teams is super easy. By clicking the share button, a shareable link is created and anyone with the link can access the resource. When we exit, the story is automatically saved to the student's library, making it easy to return to anytime support is needed. With Ella, creating personalized social stories is quick and easy, so you can help your students feel confident and prepared for whatever comes next. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss any future tips for supporting neurodivergent learners. All right, now it is your turn to go create a social story of your own at Ella.kids. Have fun creating.